This is EB2K, and welcome to Everybody Loves Strong Mommy CHRISSY. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Strong Mommy CHRISSY, that boss bitch. First, we're going to start off with audio clips of Strong Mommy CHRISSY, and I will let her tell you why she is that boss bitch. Then, we will hear from one of her baby daddies, who will speak in that regards. And lastly, you will hear commentary from your boy EB2K. I will provide satire, allegory, charts, and graphs. So let's get it.
Okay, so back to what I was saying. Like I said, I've seen so many positive videos. Thank you guys for everybody who's made a positive video. Thank you everybody who's DM'd me and gave me positive words. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys so much. You don't even know. I don't want to get emotional. Ooh. No, emotional roller coaster. That's what it is. But I really just wanted to come on and say I have been questioning myself a lot. Like, I let the negativity. I'm on a live stream, baby. What up? Did you have a charger? I'm using it. You charge it? Yes, give me just one moment. Close the door. Close both doors. Wait for the door to close because I'm not sure they don't hear this. I've been letting negativity get me down and weigh on me heavy and make me feel like I'm less than, make me feel like I don't deserve to be on this platform. And when I say I don't deserve to be here, I don't mean on this earth, because I deserve to be on this earth just like everybody else, but I mean on this platform. It's been making me feel like I'm a bad mother. And things like that. I've been really questioning myself, like, for some reason. And I know I had to stop. I was talking to Jazz earlier and I was like, you know what? I gotta stop beating myself up. You know what I'm saying? I gotta stop letting people put me in a headspace that I'm not even used to or comfortable being in. This ain't me. You know what I'm saying? This is not me. You know what I'm saying? I'm questioning myself like I'm a bad person, and I'm not a bad person. I'm human. We all are. And I decided, okay, I'm like, fuck it. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna take another shower. I'm gonna wash my face. I'm gonna do a couple things to make myself feel whole again. You know what I'm saying? I've been praying so much. I prayed like 6 times today. And I've just been trying to stay to get myself mentally, back good so that I could be where I need to be for you guys. Because I fucking deserve to be here. You know what I'm saying? I can't let people write me off. People talking about me. I feel like every live that was had today, drug me. I got drugged again. So it is draining, and I'm getting screenshots and things like that. I decided, you know what? Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love my friends, but fuck everybody else. Fuck everybody who got something negative to say about me, because you know what? I deserve to be here. I deserve whatever it is that I want to do. If I want to be a whore, like everybody says that's my business. If I want to move every 6 months, that's my business. If I want to have a 2,500 square foot house and have nothing in it but beds for my kids and a couch to sit on and outdoor furniture, that's my fucking business. And I'm not going to ever let a bitch or a man or a bitch ass man make me feel like I don't deserve to be here. So you know what? Fuck everybody. I'm gonna stay in my house. I'm not gonna let no motherfucker run me out of here. Fuck the fuck no. You bitches would love to see me move. I'm not going any fucking where. Okay? If a motherfucker come up over here, I guess they just gotta die. Okay? I guess they either going to jail or they going home to the morgue or some shit. Don't come up over here. Okay? I'm not gonna run scared. My babies deserve to have a good life. And I deserve to have whatever type of life outside of being a mother. If I want to fuck every night of the week, that's my fucking business. If I want to have a different man every other month, that's my business. Okay? And so I'm gonna stop right now and choose to not give a fuck. Okay, I have to do that for my sanity, because if I continue to let what people are saying, about it, I don't even want to talk about it. Like, I can't. And every time there's a live stream, I'm the one who's getting drugged the hardest. I'm the one who's getting, put under the bus, and they're driving the fuck over me multiple times. It's not even really about what it's supposed to be about. It's about me at the end of the day. So, I appreciate the fact that everybody wants to put me in the center of everybody's shit. But at the same time, let's talk about what we supposed to be talking about. If it's not about me, I want to be out of this shit. I'm done with what I said, what I had to say, and I'm done. Okay? Nobody knows my finances but me. Nobody knows my vagina but me. Nobody knows my parenting but me. Nobody knows shit but what I show you guys. Okay? So I just decided, I don't want to feel like I don't deserve to be on this platform, because I literally have been feeling like, bad, just bad, and I don't want to feel like that anymore. I don't want to feel like I'm on the verge of tears, like I'm just down in the dumps, and that's not me. It ain't me. It's not me. I don't want to be that. I don't want to let a bitch or a bitch nigga make me feel like I don't deserve to be here. I deserve to be here too. I worked hard. I don't care if I worked 25 years to get to where I'm at. I worked for it. It still counts. It still matters. You still matter. I still matter. What I've done matters. And I'm not going to let somebody make me feel like I don't matter, or what I've done doesn't matter. Like, nah, I'm on a live stream. Hold on a second. Oh, no. Somebody has a water gun. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Basically, that's it. I mean, I don't want to talk y'all's ears off a whole bunch tonight. I just really wanted to come and say that. Fuck everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like people went harder on me because I got out here and I cried, and I was like, I'm tired, and I wanted to stop. I feel like that just made them, just made the bullies and whatever else, the reactors and whatever else, go 10 times harder. It just made everybody want to just be like, oh, she's sad. What we're doing is getting to her. Let's just fuck with her some more. Maybe she, maybe she'll actually leave. No, bitch. I'm not going any motherfucking where. I work to be here, bitch. And without me, what the fuck? Where would you go? Where would you be? Bitch, nowhere. Okay? And I'm not talking about who y'all may think. I'm talking about the reactors and everybody else who have something to say. Fuck everybody. If you're not for me, you're against me. If you're against me, fuck you. Okay? I mean, honestly. I gotta be fucked up. Y'all motherfuckers tried. You had me in a headspace for a minute. Had me looking around like, am I not doing enough? Did I not do right by coming here? Should I leave? Is this house not enough? Is it not safe enough? Is it not big enough? Do the kids not have enough? You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, hold on a second. I'm separating everything. I'll get it off my chest. Now, I still need a mental break. I don't know when I'm posting, but I know that I'm working on getting myself right back mentally stable. I'm saying I'm not mentally stable, but right now I kind of took a hit with everything that's been happening this week, emotionally and mentally. It's been draining, and I feel like, like I said, it took a lot out of me to where physically I started to feel like, what I'm saying? Physically, I'm not feeling good because, mentally and emotionally, I'm just going through the fucking ringer. So, like I was saying, I just started looking at me and thinking that I wasn't doing enough or being enough, or, oh man, I really want to do all of these things, and, things are not happening and coming fast enough, and I feel like, YouTube is looking at my every fucking move, and, they're scrutinizing every fucking thing I do. If I walk left instead of right, it's wrong. It's just everything I do is wrong. And when you start to feel like everything you do is wrong and you can't do anything right, it does pull you down into a negative headspace. And nobody deserves to be there. So God gave us one life. And I don't want people to determine, whether or not I deserve happiness. in whichever form that may be for me. I mean, my happiness may not be your happiness. You know, I've already talked about my decisions and things like that and the mistakes that I've made, so I don't want to talk or harp on that again. Thank you for the super chat. I don't want to talk or harp on that anymore. I had to start speaking, you know, to myself, like when I was in the shower, I was just like, you know what, you're great. You're a badass female. You know what I'm saying? I know there's a lot of things that people want to say about me. Fine, y'all have that. You can have that, but I can't live my life like that. So I'm like, you know what? You're creative. You know, I'm the only person I'm the only person I've ever fucking seen on YouTube do hauls the way that I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a fucking genius when it gets down to business or videos or being creative. I have a lot to fucking offer this platform. And you know what I'm saying? And that's why I'm here in the first place. And off of social media and off of YouTube, I have a lot to, you know, I owe my kids, you know, to stay positive and to keep doing what I'm doing for them. Because no, I'm not perfect, but I'm perfect in their eyes. You see what I'm saying? I am everything to them. I don't have to be a motherfucking thing to you guys. My babies cherish and love me, and they see me as the most perfect individual in their eyes. And honestly, at the end of the day, that's all the fuck this should ever fucking matter. I should not ever fucking care if a bitch don't like me. I should never give a fuck. And I'm so sorry that I ever let a bitch see me cry. I'm so sorry. I ever let a bitch see me down. I am so sorry. I ever let a motherfucker make me feel bad about what I do in my personal life. Some things were not meant to be, not some things, a lot of things were not meant to be said on this platform about me in my personal life. I share enough. And if you happen to get it one way or another, oh the fuck well, you had your fun with it, that's great. But I still am a badass bitch, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. And sometimes you gotta hype yourself up like that. Like, you a badass bitch, ain't nobody finna stop me, ain't nobody finna tell me I'm not. Fuck what you talking about, because at the end of the day, I have to keep headstrong for these kids, bro. I have nine kids. I don't live off the system. Okay? I ain't in Section 8. I ain't in housing. Nothing's wrong with it. I've had it before. I managed. No, I'm not perfect. Yeah, I've had my downfalls. You know what I'm saying? But I've managed to do a lot of things that a lot of women can't even do with a couple. That's saying something. Yeah, I got a house. No, I don't have all my furniture here yet. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. The things that I have a whole household full. I have a whole household full of stuff in a storage. Okay? When it comes, it'll be here. Until then, we have all of our necessities. We have a home. There's a lot of people who don't have a home. You know what I'm saying? We have food. You know what I'm saying? When it's hot, we have air. When it's cold, we have heat. We've got clothes. You know what I'm saying? We've got a car to transport us anywhere we need to fucking be. We've got money coming in. So I don't want to sit up here and start to make let a bitch make me feel like I ain't doing enough. Because we got people out here who don't even give a fuck about their kids at all. Who don't give a fuck about anything at all. So I don't want, I'm getting rambling, but what I've done means something. And fuck the bitch who think it don't. Okay? Because everybody got skeletons. Everybody makes mistakes. And I'll be damned if I ever let a bitch make me feel like I'm not worthy of love, of success, of whatever the fuck I set my mind to. Because, you know, the people who they treat the worst are the ones that they see the most potential in. And it's not just for me, it's for everybody watching who needs this message too. Fuck them. You're capable. You can do it. Okay? God gives his greatest battles to his greatest fucking soldiers. You know what I'm saying? feel bad about having 9 kids. I'm not gonna feel bad about having multiple baby daddies. I'm not gonna feel bad about whatever situation is going on right now with this whole situation. That's actually old news. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna feel bad about that. One, because I'm human, and two, because I'm still finna sit up here and I'm still finna be the best I can. I'm gonna just do the best I can. And sometimes, I know that's not good enough for everybody. But you know what? That's all I got. And if what I got to provide and offer ain't good enough for you, please, bitch, please leave me alone. Okay? Because I want to smile and I want to be happy and I want to get on here in my motherfucking Fashion Nova bitch and I want to swing my motherfucking wig that I got paid to wear and I want to put in my contacts that were a promo and I also got paid to wear and I want to motherfucking walk in my living room or in my backyard or down the street or around the block or whatever the fuck I want to do and I want to be creative and I want to do shop with me and I want to do things with my kids on here and I don't want to be afraid or scared what the next bitch got to say about me. I'm gonna just do what I want to do. I'm gonna be free. Because that's what YouTube is for. It's to express yourself. It's to be yourself. Not to be somebody you're not. Not to be somebody who you want to pretend to be for somebody else's approval. Fuck y'all. If you want to watch it, it'll be here for you to watch. Whenever the fuck it is that I come back. I don't know. But I never left. But when I get back to posting videos and vlogs and stuff like that, I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna bounce back. Fuck everybody who got something bad to say about me. And I'm sorry I let anybody ever see me like that. I'm sorry I let it. And it happens. It happens. This situation, I felt like one of those situations that just makes you appreciate life. I appreciate life because the way that I was feeling was like, I don't want to say death, but it was like dark. And I live my life in a happy space constantly, usually. And to be in a dark place, bitch, that ain't me. I don't want to be there. I don't want to live my life like that. I feel sorry for a bitch who's mad all the time. I couldn't do that. I'm sorry to my subscribers who y'all had to see me let these motherfuckers get me down because y'all know I'm not like that. So I'm gonna take my time, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do what I have to do to make me happy and feel like I want to vlog and get back into it. And when I do that shit, I'm gonna come back and I'm not gonna ever let a bitch try to stop me from getting my coin and doing what I gotta do. I'm not gonna ever let a bitch make me feel like I should not be around my own kids or I'm not the best for them. I have their best interests at heart. So of course, where else would they be? You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna read some comments. I'm gonna get out of here. I want to see you win. No one is perfect. We all make mistakes. Learn and grow. Don't be so bad and busy. Pray over your life. Move smart and keep taking care of those beautiful children you created. Thank you so much, Jay. You got this, Chrissy. Thank you. Girl, it's all good. I fight depression daily. Is she going to say this because I need to see that she's speaking straight facts? Y'all save it. It's just been a lot of negativity and it's draining. And I can't take anymore, and so at this point I can either continue to be in a depression state or I can choose to not let this be my norm. Okay, because I don't want to be in a down state, So, like I said, I'm just gonna keep telling myself positive affirmations. You're beautiful. You're smart. You have a lot to offer this world, this platform. You deserve to be here. You deserve to be here. We all deserve to be here. I've gained relationships on this platform and I've lost relationships on this platform, and that's okay. I still want to see everybody win. I don't give a fuck what nobody has to say about me. I don't care anymore. At this point, it's like, all right, cool, agree to disagree, whatever. I'm tired. When you tired, you ever been just tired? Like, have you ever just been fucking tired of your current situation? Just like, fuck, I'm tired. I can't do this no more. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where I'm at. Like, fuck, I'm just tired. I'm not entertaining any more of the negativity. I'm not entertaining any more of the bullshit. I don't give a fuck if you want to call me Starla Omega. Bitch, I made up that name. I love that name. Please continue to call me Starla Omega. From now on, I'm about to, matter of fact, the next video y'all see is going to be my alter ego music video featuring Starla motherfucking Omega. Bitch, I made that up. How are you going to try to call me Starla Omega I'm embarrassed? Bitch, I love that name. I made it up. It's the names that y'all make up for me that I don't like. You see what I'm saying? So, strong womb CHRISSY or whatever, like, that's some bullshit. Even though my womb is strong. Thank God for that. Thank you, Jesus. Because there's some women who can't even carry a child on this planet. So, yes, I'm proud of my womb and how strong it is. Yes. Yes, I am. Okay? But if you think you're going to throw Starla Omega in my face, bitch, come again and check yourself. Okay? No. Okay? So, if you want to use Starla Omega, fine. I ain't never gonna let a bitch make more money off of me than I make off of me. Okay? And I learned that from it was like a reactor channel. I will never forget it. He was like, I'm gonna make more money off of you than you make more off of you. Or I'm gonna make more off of you than you make off of you. That shit stuck with me. Ever since then, I'm like, I ain't never gonna let a motherfucker make more money off of me than I make off of me. Motherfucker, fuck that. I'll make this money off my name. Fuck you mean? Whatever I allow you to have, and trust me, I let a lot of y'all win. Whatever I allow y'all to have will be crumbs. I gotta go get the bread though. But I just had to say that, guys. I love you guys. I'm gonna read a couple of y'all comments and get out of here. Tommy said that. Oh yeah, that's right. Take some time and detox your body and meditate. Yes. Trademark that name. Okay, don't let her get you out of your character. Mm-hmm. It's not just her. It's reactors and other people. It's just people in general, trolls. It's not just this live stream is not dedicated just to one person. This is for multiple people. It takes a team to try to break somebody down. One person can't just break somebody down. It takes all of social media to try to make somebody feel like they're less than, and to try to really bring them down. These are the people that really want to see me fail, because they know I can win. Guess what, bitch? I'm still gonna continue to win. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from winning. Fuck everybody if it comes down to that. Well, all the haters, not the supporters. I love you guys. Okay? Let's talk about it. Stop reading and viewing the negativity. Yeah, that's another thing. That part is hard. Because sometimes when you open up like Snapchat, you don't know if it's negative. You know what I'm saying? You just open it up and then you're like, oh, it's right there in your face. And then the next thing you know, you have to read it. You get a notification and the preview comes up and you're like, oh, I already know this is some bullshit. Let me read what the fuck else they say because you've already seen half of it. So, this is cocoa butter, by the way. Raw cocoa butter. Yeah. What was I going to say? My kids are tripping. Leo's always, I gotta read it. It says, Leos always come back strong and make their next spin. Win, yes. Okay, I gotta go. Someone's screaming. I gotta go, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you so much for hitting a like on this live stream. I'm gonna leave it up for a little bit. Just for people who didn't get to watch. I bet you won't see a reactor post this. They don't like this type of content. They only like the drama. But I haven't checked, but I bet you could probably see a couple of the ones of me crying and broke down and not feeling like myself and not acting like myself. But I bet you won't see this. Bet you won't see this one. I'm gonna leave it up. I love you guys. Stay positive, because I know there's people out here who are probably going through something like me. Let's fight through this shit. Let's fight through it together. Shit, if you need somebody to talk to, hit me up. Sometimes it might take me a couple days to get back to you. Somebody say, but he's not dying because it's not that type of scream. What was I gonna say? It might take me a couple days, but I try to respond back to everybody. So I love y'all. Thank you so much for everybody. I wanted to say this too because I can't respond back to everybody right now. But there's been a couple people. I haven't asked for anything, and there's been a few people who have been cash apping me. I look so shiny. Sorry. I like to let it sink in for a little bit. But they've been cash apping me like just small amounts of money. I'm just trying to encourage me with an encouraging message, and I'm so grateful for you guys. The way you guys hold me and love me and support me as a black woman on this platform, a black woman who's definitely underestimated and, what I'm saying, undervalued. I really appreciate everybody who's for you, girl. I love you guys so much. I wish I could give y'all all a big hug because the way that you guys love me, the way y'all love me, I love you guys so much. The love I have for y'all is immense. And I know you guys don't see that a lot, but I love y'all. Because sometimes y'all are the only ones that keep me sane on this platform, okay? The people writing me behind the scenes like, bitch, fuck them. Fuck these bitches and leave her alone. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for everybody, whoever supported me, whoever liked the video, whoever reached out, whoever gave a fuck. I love you guys so much. Okay. That's it. Now that was the last tear. Go to sleep. I just love you guys. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you guys soon, okay? Bye.
Now, let's hear from one of her baby daddies, Quinn, who is the father of the twin girls. Ironically, Quinn happens to be a specialist in narcissistic behavior and actually provides consultation on the topic. This particular audio clip is an example of his knowledge. I'm pretty sure that while he's talking about narcissism in general, he is indirectly talking about CHRISSY specifically. Let's see.
Back again. Shout out to everyone. Another video, man. We're talking about when narcissists end up having that midlife crisis. And what do you see? What to expect when you see them breaking down? What triggers it? So basically, narcissists go through different phases based on whatever's going on in their life at that particular time. And if things aren't right or if things haven't been going well for them, the narcissist begins to, I like to say, decompose mentally. And that's when there's, the grandiose way of thinking and feeling, the delusions of grandeur, all of these things. When that starts to malfunction, when it starts to break down, right? And reality starts to seep into those crevices of what they've what they've developed to defend against reality. This is where they start to crumble. All right, they start to break down, and it happens pretty quick. They start falling apart. And I mentioned before, a lot of you will start to witness them, getting on drugs. Typically, as I've stated with some of my clients, you'll see them. Alcohol is the most readily, easily available thing that they can get a high out of to kind of mask and cover up whatever hurts or pain that they're dealing with, or it can further push them at least out of reality. At least it can further push them out of reality of what's going on with them, right? Because the thing is, they've done so much dirt, they've had so many failures, they've had so much stuff that's went on that hasn't went right, At some point that catches up. At some point that catches up with you, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. And so to mask this, to not have to think about this, to not have to go through the emotions of all of this stuff that they have failed at, all of the bridges that they've burned, all of the opportunities that they've lost, all of the situations that they've gotten themselves in that they now regret, comes back to haunt them. You see, because in their magical thinking, in that mind, in that state of magical thinking, where they thought that they could easily overcome that, where they thought that they could quickly change that in a way where they can still have their end result being the manifesting matter that will become an actuality to them. But it doesn't work that way. And as they look back and they look over and they look over and over again on how things have failed them, how things have went wrong, it starts to break them down. A lot of you may even see where, especially with family members, if it happens, they got to move back in, or they want you to come rescue them. And then they'll put the guilt trip on you, you're not there for me, and all these things. And then they'll do stuff for attention, trying to make it seem like they're gonna do something bad, or they stop taking care of themselves. You can even witness that, with narcissists. They don't tend to themselves as much. They become even more antisocial. They don't want to deal with anyone. I think that's more of the schizoid type of personality, where they avoid and don't want to deal with people and go into the shell, like they go into this little closed off bubble, right? And the drugs or the pills, whatever it may be that they're on to mask this, is to overcome that crisis that they're going through internally. There's an internal crisis going on with the narcissist. You can only do so much bad and so much wrong, before that humanistic aspect of being just a human in existence catches up to you. And the emotions and the feelings of regret. And it's not regret more so what they did to you or to other people. It's the regret of where they've gotten themselves situated in. That's what they regret. It's all self-centered still. Don't get it twisted. It's still all self-centered and self-channeled. The regret of where they are now. Like, wow, I can't believe this. I'm here. I'm stuck. I'm struggling. Some are on the verge of being homeless. Some are homeless. And there's nothing like, that's one of the things where a normal person, we try to avoid those circumstances and situations. We don't want to be there or that person that ends up like that. But see, the narcissist isn't thinking. And that midlife crisis, all the elements are building up and building up slowly but surely. They never see it coming till it knocks them flat on their asses. Because remember, everybody else is to blame. It's everybody else's fault. It's everybody else's doings. So, the narcissist initially reaches out to, because at a certain point when they failed so much, they cannot mentally keep up the work and the facade of what's needed to entertain and keep a source, to keep a source locked in the way they need to. So much is going on. There's been so much carnage that's been done to where the narcissist now turns against everyone. And this is why everyone, when they say narcissists get worse as they get older, it's true. The older they get, the worse they get. They don't get better in any way. They don't even out. It's a straight pull towards even a more malignant type of character and being overall with them. It gets worse and worse and worse because all that bitterness, all that anger and rage inside starts to consume every part of their existence. They can't feel even more as they get older. If you think they're not able to feel and love or have empathy now, just let some years go by. You'll see it develop even worse. You'll see even a more cold-blooded individual. A person who's even more reckless, who's even more out of control. Because when they cannot figure out a remedy of how to get themselves out of the situation that they got their asses in the first place, when they realize that they've done too much, there's a point of no return where they can't easily replace and switch and turn around. When they realize that they've went too far to really redeem themselves from all of the failures in life that they've caused, all hell breaks loose within them. It's not a pretty sight. And trust me, you don't want to be around them if they're going through that midlife crisis. Because after they come out of the crisis, they come out even worse. More selfish. Not that they're already selfish, but it's even worse. More calculating, more cunning, more sadistic. If you thought they were deliberately going out and trying to hurt somebody before, wait till you see them in that midlife crisis situation, especially when they manage to just get out of it. But when they get out of it, it's not that they came out better. It's that they came out with a new way of thinking on how they're going to get and destroy others even more. Because at a certain point, everyone, the narcissists realize that their life is a bust. They realize that. And they realize wherever they're at, they're stuck. Wherever they are in life, there's nothing that they're going to be able to do to ever have that fulfillment like a normal person can. To be satisfied by something. The narcissist realizes that I'll probably never get that. I'll probably never see that day. The hell with everyone else being happy. The hell with everyone else having satisfaction and being able to be fulfilled. The hell with that. And this is where you see the narcissist deliberately plot, scheme, and go after sources. Because at a certain point they accept their fate in life. That they're not going to be anything worthwhile, meaningful to anyone else. The narcissist begins to adopt even more sinister ways in operating and manipulating, targeting those who are targeting people at least that they know would be even better sources of supply where they can easily victimize, where they can easily get their supply, but then also looking forward to hurting and damaging that new source. This is where they start to develop in those midlife crisis stages. Some tend to back up a little bit because they, especially in old age. Now, this is the old age narc that I'm speaking on now. They have to kind of tone down their aggression, so to speak. You know, the aggression maybe tones down, but everything else is the same. And that's only because they know they don't have the same tools of the good looks and all of that to work with, or the energy to be able to go out and readily find new sources of supply like that. And so they tone down their aggression, but they're still the same old narc. Still the same. Nothing's changed. And for many of you, witnessing them in that state to where they're so negative about everything, nothing satisfies them. They always have something bad to say. You know, they always have something going on internally within them that has them unsatisfied. They can't be satisfied. All right. Just something to think about, everyone. When you see, you see them going through this. Again, drugs is the main thing that they lean towards. That's what helps them escape reality. Or reckless sex that gets them in situations that they end up regretting as well. Because they never end up being with that person. It moves on, then they're stuck with whatever situation it is. They're mad again at the world. Now, to everyone else, and in some instances outside, why a lot of you don't really get to purely see the midlife crisis for, just dead on. Some of you might if you're close to them, but they still put on the facade that everything is right. See, that's that pride still within them that makes them still go on and try to appear that to look okay, to look good, to look like they're well. But inside, on that inside in that house, y'all, it's sad, It's a lot of bad things going on when they're alone. They're not happy. And they have such a disregard for everything else when they're in that stage that anything that they touch, they will bring down. Anything that they come into contact with, they're going to bring down. Because that energy of negativity consumes them. And energy is very transferable. And if you're around that energy or dealing with that energy, you will get caught up in it. You will begin to go down and feel that as well. So to wrap this up, narcissism in a midlife crisis only amplifies more of the traits and everything else that they have within them. And it makes them even more sinister, more diabolical. So anyway, y'all, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also, make sure you go over to the ASSC Group Network channel. That's where I do all of my radio podcasts. People call in, you get to hear, other people's stories, whatnot. Make sure you go over there as well. And until next time, everyone, love yourselves. Take care.
Okay, strong mama Chrissy. I hear you call yourself a bad bitch, or you that bitch, or you a boss bitch. Well, I know boss bitches. I've dated boss bitches. I know how they move. I know how they neck swell. Damn it, I know what a boss bitch tastes like. And you ain't no boss bitch, man. No, you ain't no boss bitch. I did a video a while back titled, "If you want to roll with the big dogs, you gotta know how to pee in high grass." The point of this notion is that if you rolling with big dogs, you gotta handle your situation as they come and keep moving. If you gotta pee, you better lift your legs up, quickly pee, and do so in a manner where you don't get pee back on you. With this situation with you and Mr. ATM, you out here peeing on yourself, bitch. Yeah, you peeing on yourself. You let a run-of-the-mill fuck nigga run game on you, bitch. A real boss bitch has measures in place so that situation like this won't happen. Something in your system should have gone off that said, abort mission, abort mission, abort mission. But you let things get out of hand because you're not thinking things through and your priorities are all mixed up. You seem to be focused on childish things and not the things of a responsible grown adult. When I was a child, I spoke as a child. I understood as a child. I even thought as a child. But when I became a man, I put away childish things. Chris, I'm going to let you marinate on that for a second as we move on to the next set. Now, in your videos, I'm looking at what you spend money on. And this ain't boss bitch material, Chrissy. You flossing Fashion Nova, man? Man, real boss bitches don't buy that. The boss bitches I know shop at BB, Nordstrom's, Neiman Marcus, and they go to secret clothing boutiques in old money neighborhoods, man. Every now and then they may hit up a TJ Maxx just to throw you off and so that they can take advantage of a good deal when they see it, like a real boss bitch should. You spending money on patio furniture when you don't have adequate bedroom furniture for you and your kids? You buying mad takeout and unnecessary expensive seafood for mukbangs for yourself. And your kids out here eating hot shit. That's not boss bitch, Chrissy. That's not boss bitch. And lastly, I'm looking at your average daily views and estimated earnings on socialblade.com. You about to have a come to Jesus meeting soon, bitch. You about to have a come to Jesus meeting soon, bitch. Because what you were making earlier this year is much more than what you're making now. And even then you were having money problems with eviction. Let's just go back and see what was going on back then. On the screen now, you see the past calendar month of January 2020. This is around the time CHRISSY started having issues with her landlord about rent payment. One of the things that is confusing to me is how CHRISSY is actually doing well in making money, but not so well in making payments. As you can see, after the end of activity of the month of December 2019, a report came out for December on the following January the 4th. Furthermore, the YouTube payout for the activity of December was issued on January the 21st. The 21st is the official pay date for YouTube content creators. Here's the problem with CHRISSY. CHRISSY is trying to use the payment from YouTube on the 21st to pay back rent that is actually due on the 1st. Basically 21 days late. I don't know where they do that at, but I don't blame her past landlord in Las Vegas for doing what she had to do and not accepting any more late payments and pursuing eviction. At this point, that landlord may have 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one. Now that ain't boss bitch. Nope, that ain't boss bitch. You making money, but you can't manage money. Now where a boss bitch do that at? Also, the definition of a boss is as follows. A person in charge of a worker or organization. Who you in charge of, bitch? What payroll is you floating every 2 weeks, bitch? Man, let me open up this envelope with the results that reveal if you really a boss bitch or not. Hold on a second. The test results say, Strong Mama Chrissy, You are not a boss bitch. This is Ebony Man 2K. Hey man, we're living in some crazy times right now. We got the coronavirus floating around, rise of the police state, threatening of human rights, population control, poisoning of food and water. If your third eye is blinding these days, you ain't gonna make it, bro. But you know what? I decided to help you out. I love recognizing songs that have meaning with verses that bring attention to our current place and time. So I will sometimes feature these songs in my videos going forward. Today, I chose Cell Therapy by Goody Mob and the verse by one of my favorite artists, CeeLo Green. Now, I can't tell you if CeeLo Green is a rapper who sings or a singer who raps. But one thing I do know, he is always on point. This song was written in 1995, but is relevant right now. I will recite his verse as a spoken word, so listen very close to his message. I added the lyrics on screen for you to follow. So here we go. Me and my family moved in our apartment complex. A gate with the serial code was put up next. They claim that our community is so drug free, but it don't look that way to me because I can see the young bloods hanging out of the store. 24/7 junkies looking for a hit of the blow is powerful. Oh, you know what else they trying to do? Make a curfew, especially for me and you. The traces of the new world order. Time is getting shorter. If we don't get prepared, people, it's going to be a slaughter. My mind won't allow me not to be curious. My folks don't understand, so they don't take me serious. But every now and then, I wonder if the gate was put up to keep crime out or keep our lads in. Who's that peeking in my window? Pal. Nobody now. Who's that peeking in my window? Pal. Nobody now. This is Ebony Man 2K. We're about to go into our chat and music session. But first, if you would like to donate via Cash App, the Cash App ID is $EB2K. EBMN2K. That's $EBMN2K. If you'd like to make a donation via PayPal, send it to paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. That's paypal.me/EBMNTWOK. And if you'd like to send it via Venmo, send it to @EBMN2K. That's @EBMN2K. Thanks. We're about to go into our chat and music session. If you're new to my channel, you should come by to the chat room and introduce yourself. I mean, if you're going to fix a plate and eat my food, you should at least stop by the grill and dap me up. Let me know you're having a good time. If you're watching this in playback, I recommend that you just keep doing what you're doing and just let the music rock out. Just let it rock out and relax, bro. All right, let's go. Oh, one more thing. If you ever feel like binge watching my videos, click on playlists from my homepage. I've already pulled out all the good videos and categorized them by topic. Thanks.